All right. That ought to fire you up.
I'm ready to go. I know that. This is time that you're wishing that you had the singlet strapped on and the headgear strapped and the shoes tied tight and you're ready to roll yourself.
Okay, here we go, Mark. We have 106-pound action on 3 mats. Who do we got? 3A is on the left side of our screen tonight.
As always, 3A on the left side of the screen. We got Ryder Block of Waverly-Shell. He's a freshman, 40-0. He's taking on Brandon O'Brien of Linn-Mar, a junior, 21-1. On the middle mat in Class 1A, the red mat, Jaiden Moore of Don Bosco Gilbertville. He's a sophomore, 40-4, and he's taking on Gable Porter of Underwood, a freshman, 34-0. And then on the end mat, the far right mat, the blue mat, in Class 2A, that's Camron Phetxoumphone of Webster City, a sophomore, 41-0. And he's taking on McKinley Robbins of Greene County, a freshman, 37-1.
And we are underway. So it has begun. 106 pounds. Bring you all 14 weights over the course of the night.
And we mentioned earlier, as you saw on the screen earlier, all the returning state champions. In the 106-pound class, there is none. These are all 6 of these athletes are looking to get their first state title. On the Class 2A mat over on the end, these two have never met before.
That's a battle of, in the rankings, Phetxoumphone is ranked #1, McKinley Roberts #2. Last year, Phetxoumphone finished 5th at the weight at 106 from Webster City. Undefeated sophomore.
On the Class 3A mat on the top, or the bottom left screen, again, that's Brandon O'Brien of Linn-Mar taking on Ryder Block of Waverly-Shell. These two have met once before, and it was actually this year up at the Battle of Waterloo tournament. I was there in-house and saw that match, and it was a wild, crazy match with Ryder Block of Waverly-Shell coming out on top by a score of 3-2. So very tight match there.
The only loss between them. As Ryder Block is undefeated, Brandon O'Brien comes in at 21-1. That lone loss to Block. Block is one of those solid blocks of granite that start off the show for Waverly-Shell. They have a 6-pounder, 13-pounder, and 32-pounder down there, getting a lot of bonus points and setting the table for Waverly-Shell. They really set the tone for him in this tournament. Block has had an outstanding freshman campaign.
On the 1A mat, top left corner, that's Porter of Underwood with a 2-point takedown. Now Jaiden Moore of Gilbertville Don Bosco just got warned for stalling on the bottom. He's doing a good job. He's got his knees built up underneath him, trying to have a base, but Porter keeps driving him forward, putting that forward pressure.
Gable Porter, #1 in the rankings, taking on #4 Jaiden Moore, the sophomore. Porter undefeated so far as a freshman. Also, as far as rankings go, the 3A match, Ryder Block, we mentioned that match. Block ranked #2, O'Brien #3.
Start of the second period, I didn't see in that Class 1A match, the top left corner, who chose neutral. My guess would be it'd be Moore who chose neutral, since he got ridden quite a while in that first period after he got taken down. No score at the end of the first period on the 1A or 2A mats. O'Brien of Linn-Mar on top to start the second period on that Class 3A mat, your bottom left corner of your screen. O'Brien from Linn-Mar in the red. Ryder Block, Waverly-Shell in the black. O'Brien tough on top. He's got a leg in, trying to work Block over here. Waverly-Shell, as we should mention, has this team race locked up right now in the Class 3A.
5 finalists for Waverly-Shell. And that was part of how they did so much damage. Bonus points from, they brought 10 guys up here. They had great rounds with a lot of bonus points and won some consolation matches. But when you take 5 to the finals and all those bonus points, it early and often the points were coming, and they got out early and they have not looked back. So that 3A race was for second. Looks like Fort Dodge and Southeast Polk in that order are in there.
Southeast Polk second, right?
Second, and Fort Dodge right behind them. So the race is pretty much taken care of, but a lot of things to settle here individually.
Down here on the 1A mat, Porter of Underwood with another 2-point takedown over Jaiden Moore of Gilbertville Don Bosco over there. So he takes a 4-0 lead. And now down here on the 3A mat, that's Ryder Block of Waverly-Shell with a 2-point reversal over there on O'Brien of Linn-Mar.
So he starts down in the second period, gets a reversal, scores first. O'Brien wrestling tough. Knocked off the #1 wrestler to get here.
Getting some near fall points. I think we're getting some near fall points down there. Phetxoumphone of Webster City in the top position on that 2-way mat right over there.
It looked like there was a count.
He did. Yep, the referee has 2 fingers. He hasn't broken the hold yet. He still has that same arm bar, and he will now that his hold broke. He does get a 2-point near fall right there. Phetxoumphone of Webster City takes a 2-0 lead over McKinley Robbins of Greene County. They're going to go out of bounds, come back to center. 34 seconds go in the second period. 3 periods, 2 minutes each.
2, 2, and 2, and overtime if we need it.
We started out this tournament. There's 14 weight classes, 16 individuals qualified per weight. So there's a bracket of 16 people, 16 wrestlers. They place the top 8. And we're down to the finalists at each weight. As the second period comes to an end on the Class 3A mat, it's Ryder Block of Waverly-Shell with a 2-0 lead over O'Brien of Linn-Mar. O'Brien's choice going in the third period, and he is going to choose neutral.
Well, they'll stay on their feet for the third period. Start on their feet anyway. O'Brien wrestling. Block has been on the offensive so far throughout this tournament and really all season. Very aggressive, but finding it hard to chip away here at O'Brien.
Well, Waverly-Shell, that's why they're in the position they're in right now with a commanding lead in the state championship wrapped up. It's just because they have been so aggressive, like you mentioned earlier. 5 finalists and so many bonus points throughout the tournament. And that's a reversal from the state duels, which was held here Wednesday night before the traditional tournament started, where Southeast Polk actually beat Waverly-Shell in the state dual team finals. So Waverly-Shell Southeast Polk won the state dual team championship. But here in the traditional, Waverly-Shell handily won that one. Same thing in the Class 1A. You got Gilbertville, Bosco right down here, wrestling on the red mat, top left corner. Jaiden Moore losing and trailing right now, 7-0 from Gable Porter of Underwood. Gilbertville, Bosco with the first place trophy locked up.
Block again in 3A, scoring with the takedown. Inside a minute. 4-0 lead for the Go-Hawk.
O'Brien of Linn-Mar, he's flat on his belly, not in a good position here, down 4-0 in the third period. He's going to have to try and muster something up like a reversal 2 blocks back, but blocks awful solid. Doesn't look like he's going to give up any kind of positioning. Only 30 seconds to go here in that match. And then there's a stall warning on O'Brien on the bottom.
Porter's match comes to an end. We have our first champion, Mark.
Gable Porter of Underwood, a freshman, 34-0, is your state champ at 106 pounds in Class 1A.
So Porter, an undefeated freshman champion in 1A. Well done there. With a 106-pounder for Underwood. Gable Porter, ranked #1, finishes #1.
Over here in the 3A mat, bottom left corner, it looks like it's going to be Ryder Block, as there's only 4 seconds left as they go back to the center. So Ryder Block of Waverly-Shell, their first of 5 finalists, and they're going to have their first state champion of the night. They didn't waste any time. And we might want to mention, too, Linn-Mar's team has 3 finalists as well, too.
Right. They brought 8, and 3 of them made the finals, so a great showing by Linn-Mar.
There it is, Ryder Block, state champion for Waverly-Shell at 106 pounds as a freshman. 40-0, 41-0 now. Both those guys in 1A.
3-0 in the duels on Wednesday, so Block has had quite a weekend up here. Quite a week. And a championship. 2 undefeated freshman champions so far out of the first 2 matches.
They're giving themselves a chance to become four-timers by winning as freshmen.
Well, that's the ultimate goal. A lot of these guys start out with that set as their goal, and it's tougher than heck to get it, but these 2 are on their way.
There's Phetxoumphone, Camron Phetxoumphone, Webster City, a sophomore, undefeated, wins the state title at 106 pounds for Webster City.
5th last year at 106. This year he is a champion at 106. Sophomore Phetxoumphone, your champion from Webster City. There are the 106-pound matches. We will come back with 113 pounds after this on the Hy-Vee Championship Network.
Ladies and gentlemen, would you direct your attention to the award stand for the 106-pound award presentations in Class 1A and 2A, sponsored by the Des Moines Public School Virtual Campus. Presenting the awards in Class 1A at 106 pounds, Coach Joe Stevens. 8th place, Donovan Hansen, West Bend Mallard. 7th place, Drew Elin, Mount Ayr. 6th place, Cale Peterson of West Fork, Sheffield. 5th place, Mikey Baker, West Sioux Haywarden. 4th place, Dawson Schmidt, Wapsie Valley Fairbank. 3rd place, Garrett Rankin, Nashua Plainfield. Your runner-up, Jaiden Moore of Don Bosco Gilbertville. And your 2020 106-pound Class 1A state champion, Gable Porter of Underwood. Presenting the awards in Class 2A at 106 pounds, assistant coach Bill Bertrand. 8th place, Nathaniel Bagak of Crestwood Cresco. 7th place, Chase Pfizer, Bondurant Farrar. 6th place, Lane Scorpo, Columbus Community. 5th place, Carter Koltoff of BCL UW, Conrad. 4th place, Derek Bass, Assumption Davenport. 3rd place, Cole Nelson, Humboldt. Your runner-up, McKinley Robbins of Greene County. And your 2020 Class 2A 106-pound state champion, Camron Phetxoumphone of Webster City. Ladies and gentlemen, would you direct your attention to the award stand for the award presentation Class 3A at 106 pounds, sponsored by the Des Moines Public School Virtual Campus. Presenting the awards at 106 pounds is Coach Eric Whitcomb. 8th place, Nathan Canfield, Davenport Central. 7th place, Kyler Karstoffen, Dowling Catholic, West Des Moines. 6th place, Grant Odell, Iowa City West. 5th place, Owen Helgeson, Johnston. 4th place, Dustin Boren, Bettendorf. 3rd place, Nathaniel Jezeraga, Southeast Polk. Your runner-up, Brandon O'Brien of Linn-Mar, Marion. And your 2020 Class 3A 106-pound state champion, Ryder Block of Waverly-Shell.